Well, speaking of interesting, boy, howdy, there's got to be one in every crowd. I hate that it was Drew McIntyre's match, but Jey Uso and Drew McIntyre, did you get warm, fuzzy feelings over this whole segment, or was it burdensome to watch after a while?
No, I really didn't like it. I didn't think it was connecting, and the crowd turned into an AEW crowd. They went dead silent. And Drew McIntyre is over. Jey Uso, I mean, his ring introduction, him coming out of the crowd, was a big thing, and everyone was going crazy. But once the bell rings...
And then the bell rang.
It's like Junkyard Dog. I hate to say it because he's not in bad shape or anything, but the gimmick's over. The work isn't necessarily there to match the gimmick.
But hold on. I timed it. Hold on here. This thing was one of the shorter matches, if not the shortest match, because at 8 minutes in, I was going, oh my God, we're only 8 minutes in. And at that point, they were going into their finish, but they started out with, again, whoever the fucking rappers are, Travis Scott, whoever the fuck he may be.
Big star.
Well, that's what they said.
No, he's a really big star. I mean, it's a big coup for them to have him doing the Raw entrance music as opposed to the Pointer Sisters.
Oh, was that his fault also? The entrance music was his too? Because that fucking sucks.
Well, again, it doesn't connect to you, but he's a big deal. And again, that speaks to the difference in the companies.
Well, I don't care whether he's a big star or not. He's smoking a joint on live TV in the fucking building while he looks like he just got out on parole from somewhere. And he didn't look too, and he's holding a Mark title belt. I thought it was some guy that had got in the goddamn camera shot. Like, they're fixing to shoot the entrance, and they need to move this guy over.
I will say, for a big star, no charisma. He stood there, he didn't move, and then Jey Uso came out, and there was the charisma.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying, is some fucking guy that looks like he's in the goddamn county lockup, smoking a fucking joint, holding a Mark belt, and... I know weed's legal in California, but is smoking indoors? Did they have to get some kind of dispensation for, is that part of his gimmick? What is he, ripping off Snoop Dogg? Anyway, they come down to the ring together, Jay and the Felon. And that's where I realized it used to be that the boys were trying to get rubs from celebrities. The wrestlers always wanted to be around a TV star, a movie star, or some rock star, a celebrity, get a rub, get a picture, now I know who all the wrestlers are, but I've never heard of any of the celebrities. And all the celebrities want to stand next to the wrestlers on TV so people will fucking know who the fuck they are. We have completely reversed our trajectory, Brian. Anyway. The match started, and thankfully Travis Scott was not involved in it. But this is the problem. Drew's great. Jay's over. But as we've said before, both the Usos, you don't look forward to any of the matches. And there's, with a lot of guys, and Jey Uso, I noticed there's a timing thing that doesn't click. There's whatever the pace is glacial, except when they're kind of over-rushing things. They didn't tear the house down by any means. It was kind of like filling time. At one point in the middle of it, dueling chants started. Drew was picking up some support. Like, get this fucking thing over with. And then finally, Drew kicked shit out of Jay. Jay collapsed. Drew waited until he got up so he could run and hit him with the Claymore. But when he went for the kick, Jay dropped flat and Drew went over the top of him and Jay rolled him up 1, 2, 3. And got the fight. And you can't beat Jay because he's not a good enough worker to have the match where it wouldn't matter really if you beat him. And you can't beat him or he won't stay over like this. But goddamn, the Uso matches are just rotten. I'm sorry. They're very important parts of this deal, but the matches, tag teams, singles, I don't give a shit. I haven't seen a fucking 4-star match yet. They're sloppy and they don't have good timing.
And with that said, I think with Drew, with the right opponent, the matches are good, but we've seen him in there with the wrong guy, and he ends up, it ends up being a boring match that stinks out the place. So that may not be the guy to book with Jey Uso.
Well, no, and Drew as a heel has been much more consistent as a babyface, but it's just so hard for Drew or any heel to stand there and weeble wobble for the yeet punches and the timing is off and maintain any kind of self-respect for themselves. But